Ho he he ho he he ho ho he ho he ho. Balik lagi guys bersama saya Witri dari Krul. Kita lanjut lagi Hogwarts Legacy. Setelah kita menyelesaikan trial dan kita masuk musim dingin nih guys. Kita lanjut lagi questnya guys. Kita akan ketemu Sebastian di Undercroft, tempat persembunyian Slytherin, tapi khusus buat si komunis sama si Sebastian. Tanya nemuin
You'll never
sesuatu.
believe what I've learned.
Kayaknya buat nyembuhin kakaknya itu loh guys. Kita coba ya.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
Really?
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Save Anne.
Precisely.
Kakaknya
I
guys.
plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Si Omnibus harga ini sih. Kasih tahu atau kayak agak keras sih si Omnibus, tapi ada ya itu kayak interesting, coba. Ya
We
jadi.
need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Okay.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Oh
Ominous.
shit.
We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Waduh, dia main tubrak-tubruk aja guys.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors.
Profesor.
Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is.
Tapi
That's why I
apa
can't
hubungannya dengan
understand Sebastian's recklessness. I
dark
practically lost
magic?
Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I
Come
hope
on, man.
Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Jadi mau untuk nyelamatin si Anne itu yang kena dark magic yang disantet, kita harus belajarin dark magicnya juga gitu. Kalau si Ominous takut sama dark magic, padahal dia dari keluarga dark magic. Sedangkan si Sebastian dia penasaran, dia punya harapan lah buat nyelamatin kakaknya. Anjir, tinggal nunggu all sih ini. Nextnya sepertinya kita akan lomba guys. Lomba ini. Kan lomba balapan lagi nih. Kayaknya
Revelio.
hebat dah. Loh,
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight?
I know
Does this
them.
have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntel Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why?
Dari tanah
What is it?
Jawa.
The
gitu.
poachers' best kept
Ngerti gua.
secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly.
Oh,
The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
kemana?
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Oh iya, ada
An
centaur.
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We
Calm
aren't
down.
involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Revelio.
Enggak ada deh.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
Nggak lama kan.
Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Ya goblin
Anything
oke.
interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else.
Goblin
It's
man.
goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here.
So Marin is a
I
god
don't have a good
for
feeling
them.
about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land. Revelio.
Damn,
I
bitch.
tell you this, Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms. Be it upon your
Petrificus totalis.
expectations take flight like thestrals. Be it upon your conscience. Graves find us all together.
Revelio.
They come after me, they'll rest it.
Petrificus totalis.
Roland.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We
That's
should
why
take advantage of
money.
most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Revelio.
You better be a beast. Don't know what Victor was.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Nothing.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking?
They
join us?
They say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me. What was that?
Revelio. Trafficus totalis. Revelio.
They went.
Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy,
Laganya
something's
lagi
going
di-
on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her, shall we?
Come on.
That's a brilliant idea.
Revelio.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Oke, Dragon Acak. Apa dulu?
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready?
Revelio.
The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! That robot is dragon attack! One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Mana nih?
Could do with a nice mushroom. Who's that?
Gak bisa guys. With the Watchers. Ah. Okay.
Sparkled like the glitz in my eyes when I find out which one of you thieving.
Who's that? Don't think you'll get out of here. But I refused.
Never mind.
one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
You better. I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Descender.
Suffering to back an intruder. Shall we finish this?
I won't go down as it.
You may want to.
I'll have taken your life before you even...
Give an eye from me, Descender.
How's the view?
Incendio!
Levioso!
Descender. Glacius. Gringo.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Depulso. Accio.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Lindungin.
Incendio. This way.
Keren.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Oke. Lu sih yang hati-hati.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Let's go!
Wah, gemuk coy.
Go!
Nah, paling sampai situ dulu guys. Thank you for watching. Jangan lupa subscribe, comment, dan like. Bye bye.